the Apocrypha in them. Geneva Bible had the Apocrypha in them. Matthew's Bible. There was the Great Bible. There's the Ethiopian Bible that is an African Bible that has nothing to do with the English Bibles that were produced prior to 1611, prior to 1611's King James Version. So that Bible had the oldest Bible, they say this the oldest intact Bible in the world, or at least one of them, that had the Apocrypha with it. Has 81 books. We only have 66, but we had more than that at one time. And the reason why, the official reason, their explanation is that they wanted to mass produce the 1611 Bible. They wanted to mass produce the King James Version. And so in order to make it cheaper and easier to print, they dropped the Apocrypha, that section of books, off of the original Bible, King James Version Bible. But parallel to all of that is Pope Clement VIII that banned the Apocrypha altogether from the Catholic Bible. So I do know for a fact, I saw it with my own two eyes, the explanation was they dropped it off of the King James Version. In other words, it would still be there if they didn't want to make a more affordable Bible. And you can still access a King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha if you want to. There are still books out there like that. They're not old. They're newly printed. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say that the Apocrypha is nothing to be afraid of. You need to get to know the Word of God first, the 66 books. It doesn't hurt to know the Bible like the back of your hand, and then get into the Apocrypha. And it always helps to have commentaries and people that will help you, guide you through it. A lot of clergymen didn't like the Apocrypha, and I would say the last century, many of them would persuade people not to have anything to do with Apocrypha. And in fact, they kind of demonized it even, just because it was pretty heavy, especially the book of Enoch, that explains all these things that I was sharing about the demons and all that, the fallen angels, and just, I guess, didn't want to deal with it. Maybe they weren't getting the training that they needed. But there was a time when the Apocrypha was well known and studied and deemed as part of the scriptures. That all being said, that's what many people believe, is that we're dealing with disembodied hybrids of the giants, of the days of the giants, the days of Noah, and God needed to destroy that world because of the wickedness and the sin, and it says that they were devouring flesh.